Victoria Principal. Over the past several years, she has graced the cover of almost every magazine in the country. And as last week's TV Guide pointed out, there's a lot of surprises beneath that smile. Actor Tim Matheson, star of the new TV series Tucker's Witch. Comedian Lotus Weinstock. The founder of Weight Watchers, Gene Niditch. Michael Young, host of the new Soap World, among other projects. These are Mike's guests tonight, along with the entertainment news with Sandy Kenyon. And it's all coming up. From Hollywood, it's Mike Douglas, People Now. Now, here's Mike.
Okay, I'm seated in the garden of a beautiful mansion in Beverly Hills with a beautiful lady. And if all of you read the same article I read recently, not the cover story, but the one about TVQ, I was not surprised to learn that you're #1.
Well,
how did they discover something like that?
Well, the TVQ system has been in existence for quite some time. When I was an agent, I knew about it, and I used to go to great extent to try and get the list to find out where my clients were. It's based on a poll that's sent around apparently to a certain number of people per state, and it's broken down into familiarity, popularity, and immediate. When you recognize, say it for me. When you recognize someone immediately.
Yes.
Yes.
When people say that's Victoria Principal, and they don't say, isn't that girl on?
Oh God, yeah. So, and they take those three figures and then they add them together and they divide them by 3 and come up with the person who comes up with the most.
And of course, you have to attribute that to Dallas.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Before Dallas, I didn't have a TVQ.
But now all over the world, Victoria, I don't think people know that it's probably the most viewed in England. When I was in England, there's no one on the street when your show's on.
It's wonderful. In England and in Germany and in France, I know in South Africa it's that way,
yes.
In Australia, it's just phenomenal. It's a wonderful thing, but I don't think I think it'll be a number of years before I can totally grasp what really happened over the last 5 years.
Now, I want to ask you about the TV Guide article. I've had stories in TV Guide, and I've been happy with them, and I've been unhappy with them. How much of that can the public believe? Because literally millions of people read that article.
Due to my discussion with my attorneys, I'm not going to discuss the TV Guide story at this time, except had I known that TV Guide was turning to fiction, I could have suggested a better writer.
Yeah. Doesn't that just drive you up a wall when you give them time and you spend time with writers and then you get comfortable with them? And you have a tendency maybe to drop your guard at one point. I
assure you that I was never comfortable with the person in question, and that's why I had her thrown off the set.
Good for you. I'm glad. So. Now, how about the commercials which we're seeing around the country where you're doing all these rigorous exercises? Does Victoria Principal live that life?
Well, not only do I do these rigorous exercises, I'm writing a book called The Body Principle. Simon & Schuster is my publisher.
Great title. I just read that yesterday. That's a great title.
And in fact, I have a December deadline. So my book will be out next year, and I'm really excited about it.
That's wonderful. Hey, you've always been a person conscious of, well, you have to be in this business, but you've been more so than most people, conscious of
my health, and being in good shape.
Not necessarily a good figure, just your health.
Oh, I like to have a good figure. I do. No, I do.
Sure
I like to feel good about myself. But one of the things, a long time ago, you and I talked, and I said I was so lucky because my mother, there were a lot of feminine things she wanted me to do, but I was never in our household was it sexist that I wasn't allowed to play football and baseball and drive cars, and so that kind of encouragement from my father promoted a lot of interest in my physical health and well-being and my athletic ability.
Now, how far ahead with this tremendous success going, Victoria? The average person would think, well, she can afford to just sit back and relax. It's all going to come to her. But it really doesn't happen that way in this business. How far ahead does a Victoria Principal and or her management think of the future and what your future plans are?
Well, I'm my own manager.
Are you really?
Yes. So that's something that crosses my mind a lot. I have a wonderful agent, and I've had the same agent from the beginning, Sylvia Gold. And I have a very good attorney, and the three of us plan my life. And we try to do so in a reasonable way. I think to set goals, hard line goals, let's say for the next 3 years, and sometimes you can defeat yourself.
Mm-hmm.
There may be a period of growth that you didn't expect, or there may be a recession you didn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
I try and plan on a yearly basis in advance, or if not two years in advance, so that, let's say, as we sit here, I know to some degree what I'm doing on my next hiatus. But on the other hand, I don't want to lock myself in to a contract where I would have monetary security, but I need to find out how good I am at what I do, and the only way I can do that is to be open to the offers that will come along.
How is Pam's life going to be changing? Can you tell us anything that we can look forward to, your character on Dallas?
You know, so I hate to ever give anything away, because I know if someone does that about a series I love, I get so mad.
Oh, sure.
Well, is there anything? I think there is probably going to be an incredible change that's going to take the public by great surprise.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can look forward to that.
Yes.
Now, how about Victoria Principal? I mean, everything I pick up and read, I don't believe any of it anyway, but there's been much written in the tabloids of late about your social life, your personal life. Would you like to bring us up to date on that, or clarify anything, or straighten us out?
You know something? I think I don't even have to do that, because it's sort of...
You think they're here doing it for you?
I mean, anyone who sees me every week on Dallas knows that I am working 5 to 6 days a week, and any person who knows that I'm working is intelligent enough to be able to realize that I couldn't possibly be doing what some of those tabloids say. I don't really pay much attention to them anymore, and to defend myself would be giving them a sort of verification. I mean, I don't even wrap the fish in them, so.
Hey, thank you for giving us this time. I appreciate always sitting and talking with you.
It's good to see you
Thank
again.
you. Wonderful to see you. Victoria Principal. And we're all coming right back as soon as I get my composure back.
I'm chewing gum again.